Good enough, right? Okay. Alright. Good enough, right? Okay. Let's work. Alright, now we're gonna get an echo. I need to mute this. There we go. Just putting out the tweets. Won't take a second. It's fine. There's no one in the stream right now anyway. So this is going to be fun. Let's see. Let's wait and see if people pop up. Because right now we're at 0 views. A full 0. 0 people. Oh, 3! 3 people are now watching. Brilliant. Do let me know in the chat if the sound levels are not great. I just had to reconfigure some of my sound settings. So do please let me know. If the music's too loud, if the game is too quiet, any and all of that stuff. Is super duper useful to help me to, you know, balance things. So hello if you are watching. I'm streaming some Worms the Director's Cut, as is my wont. I've been known to do it before, and I will be continuing to do so. And now there's only 2 of you, and I bet one of those is me. But this is going to be fun. We're going to have fun anyway. I'm doing some really cool stuff. Other than just playing Worms the Director's Cut, I'm going to do some experimentation today. I'm going to play around with some of the ways you can break Worms the Director's Cut, which are kind of fascinating and interesting to play around with. And I'm also going to be showing off something that has never been seen before. This is an Easter egg. Hello! There is an Easter egg in Worms the Director's Cut. This game was released in 1997. There is an Easter egg in this game that has never been seen before. No one has seen it. It's brand spanking new. Now, there's only 2 of you in the stream right now. So I'm going to put a call out on Tumblr and Facebook and see if we can get that number up a little bit. Especially considering I'm showing off something kind of new and cool. I'll use my password to log into the Twitters. The Tumblrs, rather. Hey. I'm just waiting. This won't take long. Shouldn't take long. We'll see. How are you? How are you doing today? You delightful human being. I will be playing other games eventually. I just haven't, you know, that hasn't happened recently. I've been on a real Worms kick lately, especially since I got my Amiga 1200 working again. If you have ever oh, that's not good. Alright, well, I'm not going to do it from here. If you've ever watched PortsCenter, especially the Street Fighter 2 episode I did earlier this year, or if you've seen me on Twitter, the worst thing happened earlier this year. My Amiga 1200 died. I couldn't get it to work. It wouldn't boot. It was reporting an issue that I wasn't able to decipher. I've since been able to repair the Amiga 1200. It's working fine. it was a minor issue with one of the expansion RAM boards. So it was largely a non-issue. It was just a case of removing the memory expansion and putting it back in again. I'm gonna do some tweets, but before I do that, I'm gonna have two AIs kind of go up against each other, just so that there's something on the screen while I'm doing that. So bear with me just a moment while I get this going. Oh, Dougal, you card. Oh, I don't even know how to type. God, I'm bad at typing. So there's that. Facebook. I loved the Amiga. I had my Amiga. I had an Amiga all through my life as a kid. We had an Amiga 500 when I was very, very little. That was eventually replaced with an Amiga 2000, and then later an Amiga 1200. The Amiga 1200 was the computer I did like my GCSE coursework on. I loved the Amiga. There was so much good stuff. Worms as well. Like, the Amiga version of Worms is hands down my favorite version of Worms. It has like a tempo and a slickness to it that I don't think they were quite able to reproduce on the other systems. I still love the PC versions of Worms, the PlayStation version of Worms, the Saturn version of Worms, all great. And I love a lot of the more recent like sequels. Worms WMD was very good. Worms Armageddon, obviously classic. Worms World Party, brilliant. Worms 2, great. But this is still where it's at for me, and this is one of the rarest versions of Worms because it only sold 5,000 copies worldwide. So it's not typically something that you come across very frequently. So I'm going to be doing some experimentation in Worms the Director's Cut today. And I'm also going to be showing off, and I hope he doesn't mind me doing this, Andy Davidson, who created Worms. He also coded the Amiga, or did the bulk of the code on the Amiga version of Worms and Worms the Director's Cut, told me recently about an Easter egg that has gone undiscovered. No one has ever seen this Easter egg before. So I'll be showing that off in just a minute once I've finished doing some social medias. Twitter is good. Okay, we'll see if people show up. If you're in the chat, say hi. That's kind of my metric for how successful these streams are. I know I'm streaming older stuff. There isn't an Amiga version of Fortnite, so I'm probably not going to stream. I mean, I might stream Fortnite at some point. I'm not very good at it, but it's fun to play. I know that there's not as much interest in a lot of this stuff, but if you know, do please keep an eye on this channel. I like playing a lot of obscure classic stuff that people aren't necessarily as familiar with, so by all means do please check out the channel. I think I'm actually going to change the game because I don't know that Worms the Director's Cut is going to yield any search results. So let me change things up to just... Let me change it to just Worms and see what happens. Q. But yeah, anytime, you know... What are we doing? Here we are. Okay. So... we're going to start off with, first thing I'm going to do is just a little bit of experimentation. So I'm going to, damage is fine. I'll give myself infinite of everything. Because we are experimenting. Turn off landmines for a minute. 5, 6, 7. So we're turning on infinite everything. This is actually a very boring way to play Worms, but I'm just gonna play around with some stuff. Let's get rid of weapon drops because they're kind of unnecessary at this point, and let's save this option set as full wormage. There we go. Lovely reference to Worms Armageddon there. So we're gonna go into training mode. I'm going to slap my team in there. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go into graffiti mode. Now, this is a mode that was not in the original Worms. This was added specifically in the Amiga version of Worms. So it did later appear in some newer Worms games, Worms 2, Worms Armageddon, etc. It's kind of become something of a staple of the franchise. You might be thinking, what is Ben doing? Well, I'm drawing a pit. Well, I'm going to be drawing a pit. I'm going to try to keep this as straight and narrow as possible. Fuck. Okay. This is not necessarily easy. The music you're listening to, by the way, is the Worms 2 soundtrack by the brilliant Bjorn Lin, which is available to download for free from Dream 17. We were very kindly given permission to host that. I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine. Okay, so I'm gonna cap that off. Ben, what are you doing? Again, experimentation. There we go, perfect. Okay, so now I just have to change. I'm going to change the type to something. Golf is good. Okay, all right. So you might be thinking, hey, what are we doing here? Simple question with a very simple answer. Where are landmines? Where do landmines go in the new one? Okay. So you might be thinking, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. This game has a landmine cap of 20 landmines. Any more than 20 landmines put on the game and it crashes. I'm not going to be demonstrating that. That's a dangerous way to proceed. So that's 3. What I'm going to demonstrate is what happens when you step on 20 landmines at the same time. So that's 5. We're at 5 now. Six. 7. 8. It's 9. We get a nice little stack now. 10. So we're at 10 mines right now. We're halfway to our stack. 11. This is great streaming, great material. 12. We are at 12 mines now, ladies and gentlemen. 13. Time up. Oh, you know what I need to do. Training time. Infinite. That'll do it. Records. Save options. Full wormage. And we're saved. Alright. So now I will actually have team. I'll have team. I'll have time. Which means I do have to draw that map again. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Give it a narrower hole this time. It's too narrow. Well, not too narrow, it's too curvy. Okay. Good morning. How you doing, Ange? Here we are. Okay. Oh. It's an interesting glitch. I wasn't aware of that before. Bollocks. There we go. Alright. Scrapyard, war, graveyard, sports. Snow seems good. I've got to get over there. Oh, this is horrible. I wish I'd... Okay. That's bad. That's very bad. Should have given myself more rope. No, it's not morning here. It's closer to... It's nearly 11 o'clock at night. There we go. Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we're gonna drop 20 mines down this hole. So that's one. That's two. Hello, the frigady. This is 3. 4, again, great stream. Top notch, top quality. 5. 6. Oh. Frida G. I apologize. 7. 8. 9. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, for those of you who missed it, I think that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. This is 10. So as I mentioned earlier in the stream, Worms on the Amiga has a cap of 20 landmines. You cannot have more than 11, more than 20 landmines on the map at a time. Otherwise, the game just crashes. 12. I'm not going to be demonstrating that because that's nonsense. There's no reason for me to demonstrate that. 13. What I am going to do is demonstrate what happens when you step on 20 landmines at the same time. I think this is 13. 13 or 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 14. Shit! Okay. Press the spacebar a little too early there. That was not the desired effect. But that's okay. I just get to do that all over again. That's the wrong one. Don't worry, we're going to get there eventually, guys. We can do this. Let me just put in my B team. I just got to be better at counting. Okay, that's good. Let's pick a different... Golf. Golf's good. Alright. So... let's make a nice deep hole. That's what she said. Just straighten it out a little bit. Nuts. Ah, balls. This is a lot harder than it looks. because the brush is not as precise. It's actually a little off center. Come on, a little bit. There we go. And then perfect. All right. So where are you gonna put? Okay, Bazooka Bert is over there. All right. Okay. All right. There's 7 of you. I'm not gonna let you down this time. I've swum to John. Can do this. Down he goes. All right. So we're gonna. I'm gonna count, and I'm gonna not lose count this time. Okay. 1. That's 1. We're up to 1. 2. That's 2. Otherwise known as 2. Top-notch stream. Good counting. We can do this together. 3. 3's good. 4 also. Great. We're looking good so far. 5. We're at 5. We are a quarter of the way there. That's progress. 6. We're now at 6. We're doing good. 7. This is the 7th one. Again, maths, counting, skill, framed faces. 8. We're at 8 now. This is the maximum number of mines that Worms, the director's cut, can drop in a game if you're just, you know, randomly generating mines on the terrain. This is 9 now. This is usually about as many mines as you'll see in a game. But here's 10. This is the 10th mine. Now my gut thinks we should change things up a bit and jump over to the other side. So we're going to do that now. It's also a good way of keeping count, because you know it's 10 on each side, and they're the same. They'll be the same height. Again, this is a top-notch quality stream. We're at 13. We're now at 14. We're at 15 now. 5 more, and you'll be able to see what happens. This is very suspenseful. We've tried a couple of times to get here and failed. Two left. 2 more mines to go. Alright. This is the last mine. That's it. That's the final landmine. Do we... No! It's crashed! It crashed! That's the last mine and it just crashed. That's 1 mine too many. It crashed at 20. Wasn't expecting that. That wasn't what I wanted to show you. Oops. It happens. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just remember next time, just do 19. But this also allows me to just infinite that. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time, and if it doesn't happen, it's fine. But what will happen instead is I'll show you that Easter egg, because there is a Worms the Director's Cut Easter egg that has never been seen before. This game is 21 years old. And there is an Easter egg that no one has ever found. Not Mars because of the gravity. Hell is fine, jungle, scrapyard, war, sports, not snow, medieval. Okay. Not too far away, nice. Oh, I shouldn't have chosen medieval, it's made the worm green. One. Two. Three. Four. Ooh. Five. Six. Feel free to count along with me. I mean, there's only 4 of you. 7. 8. 9. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Oh, I mean, that was too soon. You know, I'm going to call it on this particular experiment. It's not been very rewarding. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. There's a little... I'm going for the team Holier. Weird choice, you might think. And we'll go for Worms 2D. No, we'll go for streams. So, this might be a good one to demonstrate it on. Where's Jesus? Okay, so my guy is Jesus. I'm gonna try and... So this is an Easter egg that has been in this Worms game for 21 years, undiscovered. No one in the history of Worms on the Amiga has seen this Easter egg. At least no one has reported on it. This worm is named Jesus. He is the only worm on this team. He doesn't need to be the only worm on this team for this to work, but that's what he has been called. Now, if you name your worm Jesus, an amazing thing is possible. You can walk on water. You can walk right across. You can stand on the water. You can fire your weapon. And you stay put. And that grenade missed me because it doesn't have anywhere to land. You can jump on the water. This is a unique ability if you name your worm Jesus. No one has ever found this Easter egg. I didn't even know this Easter egg existed until I had a conversation with Worms the Director's Cut developer and the guy who created Worms, Andy Davidson. He's the one who told me that this was in here, and it's never been reported. It's not on any of the like cheat logging websites. It's not on it's on any official Worms websites. It's not been printed in any list of cheats, and there are a lot of lists of cheats for Worms. This is a world first. No one else, as far as I'm aware, has reported on this particular. You can do a fire punch and still land on the water as if it was solid terrain. Jesus walks on water. Now, if you drop, you do fall in the drink. Case in point. Let's put him on with some water. Alright, put him somewhere. Oh no, that's not good enough. Well, firstly I'm going to get rid of these guys then. Let's take care of those dudes. No other Worms game has this feature, by the way. This Easter egg. This is exclusively... I don't even think it's in the original Worms on the Amiga. It's only in the director's cut. So I'm going to go ahead... Go ahead. Alright. Look at this. Look at Jesus walking on water. No other Worms game has this. What is the purpose of Worms? I'm guessing you're asking what is Worms. It's a turn-based strategy game. You have teams of, in most of the older games, up to 4 worms. Some of the newer games let you have up to 8 worms. And it's just a turn-based strategy game where the goal is to eliminate the other teams on the board. The best PC versions of Worms, if you're interested, or if you have PS4 or Xbox, Worms WMD is the newest one and is surprisingly good. But if you have a PC, I heartily recommend Worms the Director's Cut. It's on Steam. It's, I think, about 10-15 bucks. And it's very, very good. It doesn't have this feature, though. This is only on this... Oh! It's only on this particular version of Worms. So Jesus is dead. Streams killed Jesus. So let's have another game. Let's put Holier in against the Farm. I could have put more guys on Jesus's team, and I didn't do that. Beach, perfect. Where is Jesus? Where's Cow? Oof. And here we go, walking on water again. Look at this. Again, this Easter egg went unnoticed, undiscovered for 21 years. This Easter egg is old enough to drink in the state of California. It's absolutely extraordinary. I also gave Jesus a little bit more energy because he is on his own on this team, and now Jesus can do an airstrike. So long, sheep. Now remember, even though Jesus can walk on water, he can still drown, and obviously if he is hit in the face with a bazooka, he is going to take a little damage there and fall in the drink. Alright, I'm going to see if Jesus can take down all of these worms on his own. You are an idiot, imaginary AI-controlled worm. I mean, you're not imaginary. You're doing your best. Let's see. Oh, man. I can't jump over that mine and get that crate. But I can do this. Whoa! That is a glitch! That is a glitch and a half! That's fantastic. I hope that... Will this... There we go. Oh, yeah! Oh, yes, carnage! It's alright. Drop you down there. There we go. Goodbye. Ah! He survives. I love the pace of Worms the Director's Cut and the Amiga versions of Worms because it licks across at a really quick pace that some of the newer Worms games haven't quite... They never quite had this level of pace. Boom. There we go. Pig's dead. Worms 3D is pretty good. It's a solid game. It's not my favourite Worms game. I don't feel like Worms quite survived the transition to 3D. But it was better than Hogs of War, which is not nothing. And now, I'm stuck in the landscape. Oh yeah, the stuff they were able to do with voxels was fantastic. Really? Let's see if I can get that crate without screwing things up. That crate without screwing things. That's not bad. Considering I got stuck in the landscape a minute ago. That's a forward jump, my dude. I'm trying to go backwards. That's a forward jump, my dude. I'm trying to go backwards. Thank you. Screw it. You know what? I'm angry with you now. Off you go. A homing missile? That's cheap. There we go. What else do I have? Collected some stuff. What have I got? I have a homing pigeon. I have a priceless... Oh, I have a sheep strike. Yes. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. But I'm doing it now. Okay. Let's go to this cheese cavern. Yum, yum. Eat it up. I feel like Worms is at his best and most purest in 2D form. Not as keen on the 3D worms, to be honest. I still think it was cool, but I just feel like it lost the heart of what made it so fun to play. So long, horse. Goodbye, horse. Get out of here, horse. No one wants you. Oh no.
Just you wait.
Okay. Oh, Des. That joke. Comes so close to brilliance. I'm coming for you, cow and sheep. That was unnecessary. None of those carried over. Alright. Now, this is a weapon that was originally exclusive to Worms the Director's Cut. There is a PC variant called the Mortar that functions in a very different way.
What's this? Revenge.
Oh, I don't think I'm not coming for you, you son of a bitch. Alright, well, I think Sheep's going to beat Jesus. Oh! Oh, I might have this one! So long, Sheep. Cannot believe I won that one. That's bananas to me. He should have had it. Oh, you've glitched. Oh, you've glitched. Shouldn't even be playing the music right now. That might be my fault. I forgot to turn the music off. Don't worry. We'll get our worms back. We're gonna get our worms back. There we go. Okay. We're back. It's happening. Okay. So we have seen what happens with Jesus as an Easter egg that is just for you guys. No one else has seen that Easter egg before. That is a hitherto undiscovered Easter egg for Worms the Director's Cut. 21 years old, that Easter egg, and you are the first people to see it. Other than, you know, Andy Davidson. Oh, I landed on a landmine. That's the worst.
Oops. Sorry, there's a little bit of my body. I didn't want you to see that.
Coward. What's this?
Ah, Des. I used to like you. With your cheesy jokes. Oh, I was hoping that mine would just bounce down, smack him in the face, clock him in the gob. Oh! Narrowly avoiding danger. Boom! Yeah, double whammy. Better get a run. Burger's out. Oh, I thought that was going to be a run. A run? I don't know if that's a term other people use. But a run is where you get an explosion that gets a bunch of worms. And gets most of them down to low HP and maybe one or two of them down to 0. And then the two that hit 0, because they remove themselves from play, injure the other two to the extent where they also die. So I was hoping to get a little run there, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. Alright. And that's how that goes.
Whoa. What's this?
Sorry about that, everyone. I've got to get these guys. Oh, hey, check that out. I have no dynamite, I have no sheep. What do I got? Could I baseball bat them? Probably not, but I mean, it'll get them out of the way.
What's this?
Good job. Top notch. Come on, pizza. Pizza, my mortal enemy. Actually, I had 7 slices of pizza for dinner tonight, so that's dangerous. It's dangerous territory. I shouldn't have done it, but I did, and it's gonna. Listen, I'll tell you, it's gonna play havoc with my digestive tract later on in the night. But I feel like right now, really was earned insofar as food-based rewards go. I really feel like I earned that pizza, and I earned it just generally by being magnificent. As everyone knows, I'm great, and I have top-notch self-esteem. So just a little tip for you there. Give me all of the pizza. I don't know who that character was. I just was then. But I don't like him. And I hope... No, it was just Domino's Pizza. Earthworm Jim is good. Nidhogg is great. Spelunky is fantastic. Never played any of the other games, unfortunately. Six pizza emojis. It's not enough. Need more pizza. Throw some more pizza in there. It'll get me going. Like a good pizza. Big fan. Big fan of pizza. Ugh. Someone's got to run. Ugh. Someone got to run and it wasn't me. That is illegal. That's better. Oh, mad cows. Bonds is over there. Pizza and chips are over there. Okay, so this... I know exactly what I need to do. Is that too much? Yes, it is. Alright. This might do it. Where's the mad cow? There we go. Alright, I have 3 mad cows. That's one. That's the other. Alright, so that didn't quite pan out the way I would have liked it. Well, I will be at San Diego HooCon again this year. I won't be emceeing, but I will be present and I'll be doing a few of my wacky, fun things. Might try to get a comedy show, actually. So chips, Cyber Shadow, bonds. Let's just take care of bonds now. Dead? That's you! I mean, not you out there. That would be weird. Sorry, I didn't mean to imply that I'd murdered you. That hasn't happened yet. Chomph. So has anyone else been watching the Doctor Who marathon on Twitch? They've been doing a run of classic Doctor Who. They are up to, I think they've completed John Pertwee's 2nd season. So they're about 10 years into the run. So very nearly halfway, maybe slightly further than 2/5 of the way. Now, roping on this game is a little different from roping in newer Worms games, where the rope actually shoots out from your worm. In this Worms game, the rope Oh! Oops! In this Worms game, the rope immediately makes contact with its Oh, the Tom Baker episode, Genesis of the Daleks, has already been and gone. It happened on Monday. I went to see it in the theaters. It was, fun fact, for Doctor Who fans, it was the Christmas 1975 edit of Genesis of the Daleks. A bit of a weird edit. There was some odd cuts. They cut about 40 minutes out of it, which is not a tremendous amount when you consider that, I want to say maybe 5 minutes of that was opening and closing title sequences. Des, you work at an entertainment outlet that I shall not name for legal reasons. Will you be getting the Tom Baker season 1 on Blu-ray when it comes out this week? I want to say. Oh, we're in sudden death now. So I think Worms 2D took it. Yeah, Worms 2D took it. No golf. It's all caverns. Someone give me a word. I'll type it into the landscape generator and we'll see what kind of level it generates. That's unfortunate. Someone give me a word. Vomit a word into the chat and I'll use that as the seed for this. Oh, annelid. This is a desert cavern, apparently. This is what annelid looks like. It's a big old rock in the middle. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to prod him. Now, in the Amiga version of Worms, prod is a hidden move. You have to tap away, towards, and it will automatically prod. That's fun fact for Worms fans. There will be a new episode of PortsCenter next week, by the way. It'll be a follow-up to my 5 Fun Facts episode. No, I'm going to import my copy from the UK, Des. The American packaging, not going to lie, doesn't look great. The British packaging has a bunch of additional content and stuff that's really cool. That isn't going to be in the American version. The American version is just going to be a slim, basic Blu-ray package, and I'm kind of not interested in that. The UK version doesn't have region encoding, so I'll be buying that anyway. The only players that can't play British BBC DVD, British BBC Blu-rays are Sony and Samsung devices, and that includes the PS3 and PS4. And because I have an LG Blu-ray player and an Xbox One, I don't have to worry about it. In fact, my LG Blu-ray player is region-free. I can change the region code on it at will. Yeah, everything's better in the UK version. That is true. You want proof? Let me show you. Okay, let me bring this here. This is the British packaging for Doctor Who Series 10. This is great. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. Now, you're connected to the internet. Go to Amazon.com and look up what the American packaging looks like, because I'm going to give you a hint. It doesn't look like this. It's not this pretty. It's not this reflective. It's not this beautiful. Okay. Nuts. Dude, you do it. Google it. I'll wait. Oh, am I getting a run? I think I'm getting a run. Ah! Horse, so close! You bastard. See? Now go on to Amazon.com, look up the Tom Baker first season, and then go to Amazon.co.uk and look up the packaging for the British version, which is just listed as Doctor Who Season 12. Dead. Britain has consistently gotten better DVD covers for Doctor Who. The only exception is Matt Smith's second season, Doctor Who Season 6. America got a better cover. The American version is a superior package. Ah, balls. I'm not special, I just know things. Incidentally, last year at San Diego WhoCon, I don't know if you remember this, Des, I did a 1-hour presentation on the history of Doctor Who in video games. And this year, I've submitted a panel. Don't know if it's been accepted just yet. I submitted a panel for a similar presentation / stand-up show about the history of Doctor Who merchandise. So that should be a lot of fun. I might stream it. There's a couple of Doctor Who video games. I might stream some of those. There's one that was released on the Amiga, which is just... It's a bad game. It's not a good game. I'm gonna get dead code. Oh, are you doing that? I was thinking I might submit that. But are you already doing it? You still got time. Panel submissions don't close until July 31st anyway. I just need to find participants, really, if I'm going to do Doctor Who's line. Message me on Facebook. We'll talk about who Doctor Who's line is anyway, because I don't know if it's been done at San Diego WhoCon before. And I don't know if you've done it before. But shoot me a message. Let's coordinate. I'll submit it, and we'll figure it out from there. Oh, grim. Ah, I thought I switched to grenade. Checking my messages. None from Des. Not that I'm saying you have to message me right now, obviously. Okay, I think I've got some dynamite, yep. There we go. About to happy. Do any Worms games show a turn order for the individual worms? Can you clarify what you mean by that question? I'm not sure. I think I know what you mean, but if you could give me some clarification, I'll be able to answer that in a little more detail. I look forward to seeing your cosplay, Des. Oh, it generally the order that your worms go in on your team is the order of the worm naming. So, for worms that are the first generation worms games, you have 4 worms: worm 1, 2, 3, 4. The first worm will always go first, followed by the second worm, followed by the third worm, etc. So my turn order is always Squirminator 2K, Sheepish, Pinky, Bananarama. That is always going to be my turn order because those are the 4 worms. Now, if one of those worms dies, obviously the turn order changes. It just skips to the next available worm in the order. And when it comes to teams, I think it goes in the order in which they were selected on the team select screen, with the first team being randomly determined, and then it goes in order from there onwards. So I think that for the batting order for this one is going to be Worms 2D, the farm, takeaway, I think. I'm guessing. But later Worms games actually let you select between the worms on your team. You can press the tab key if you have worm select turned on, and select which worm you want to be the next. I just got this message. Select which worm you want to take that turn. You idiot. You bloody moron. What you doing, you mug? Nah. Leave it out, will ya? You having a laugh, ain't ya? You having a laugh, ain't ya? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like this character. Yeah, Worms, Armageddon and Worms World Party had Worm Select as a weapon, and I think some other Worms games have had it as an item as well. I know there's a patch coming out for this Worms game. This 21-year-old Worms title is getting an update later this year that will add Worm Select. It's amazing that this game is going to be getting an update over 2 decades after it was first released. It was barely supported when it came out, which is kind of a trend when it comes to Team 17 games. But Andy Davidson, who more or less coded the original Amiga versions of Worms by himself, is working on the update himself. So it should hopefully be out later this year. Something he and I have been discussing on Facebook. I've had some input. What do we got? We've got chips over there. Oh, they've got to go, haven't they? Send in the sheeps. No, no, that's too far. You've gone too far. Turn around. Turn around. That's my worm. You're going to kill him. Ah. Oh, you went too far. How did you do that? It's too far. Oh, heartbreaking. Alright. You went too far. I played Gunbound a little bit way back when. It wasn't for me. Oh, it's crate bonanza now. We'll get over there and get some of those crates. Not quite what I wanted, but alright. Ah! Bugger. Alright, crate number 1. Crate number 2. Come on. There we go. Come on, get... Ah! I think I'm out. I think that's my last worm. Oh no, he lives. And I still have another worm. Oops. I'm coming for you, Cyber Shadow, who is in reality a good friend. Coming for you, Soup Super, who is in reality a good friend. Squirminator 2K's out! I screwed it up! I was trying to make that not happen. Oops. And now we're in sudden death. There's only one thing for it. Ah! Oh, wait, was that mine? No, it was Chips. Awesome. Okay. I live. Got a few interesting weapons. Do I have any? I don't have a sheep strike. Okay. Do have an airstrike though. So long, sucker. Alright. I'm going to use the sheep on a rope. Now this is another weapon that for the longest time had only been seen in Worms the Director's Cut. It was added to the newest Worms game. About... Oh, fuck. Gotta get over there without... Oh, no! Run out of runs. There we go! Yes! That is how it is done! Alright, I'm going to do one more quick game. Worm versus... For magic. One more quick game and then I'm going to wrap up the stream. And he lives. That's the thing I miss about older Worms games as well, is you don't get the slippy, slidey ice worlds. Ah, bollocks. No good. This channel? No, I don't have a Nightbot or any commands enabled or anything. I don't really do a lot with the channel. I'd like to do more, more regular streams. So what am I doing? Let me stay put. Ah. Yeah, there we go. I take it you have to have like 300 followers or something like that to be affiliated. Ah, I always undercut it on this version of Worms. Oh, thank you very much, Psycho Mario. I appreciate that. Psychic Mario 64. My apologies. I didn't mean to call you Psycho. That was me not reading properly. Oh, you're so close to that landmine! Oh, Dougal, you're killing me! Oh! Oh, it's heartbreaking. Ah, well, I mean, that makes up for it, I think. Oh, that stupid landmine. I've got to get Ermintrude. There we go. I'm going to get that crate. I'm just going to lob a grenade at Ermintrude. Oh, no, I'll tell you what. I'll lob a holy hand grenade. How does that sound? No! Oh, I needed to put more mustard on it. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh! Oh, God. Dougal, it's got to happen, Dougal. I've got to get you. I'm not being defeated by a chuffing. Oh, there it is again. All right, Backstreet's back. And this time there'll be plenty of mustard. Oh, this time there was too much mustard. Oh. Oh. No. No. So that's my team eliminated. I've got 1, maybe 2 more rounds in which to prove myself. We didn't need to see a replay of that, but all right, give me a word. Verbal word. I'll use it in the seed. Use it for the seed for the landscape generation. Any word'll do. Any word'll do. Give me words. Give me lots of words now. Any word. I don't know why I felt the need to sing along with the music. Ternetdenbar will do. No, actually, you know what? Mustard. 2 people have said mustard. Sorry, Des. You can see Ternetdenbar anytime you want. Oh, mustard is too small? There's not enough landscape on mustard. Oh, wait, no. Mustard works. Alright, here we go. Sploosh! Oh. I feel like this is gonna be my lucky. Oh, Des, I'll bring my Amiga with me to SD Hookon and we'll play a game together. How does that sound? Oh, what a waste. Ba-boom! Here it comes. Ah! So 3 of my guys are over here. Do not like that. Let's fix that. Oh, hello, you beauty. Ah, I could snog you to death. You're the one getting your sodding worms in a bunch, you... Boom. Alright, well, Bananarama's out. So it's just... Is it just Dougal? It's just Dougal. Ah, my Kingdom for Worms select. Whew. It's a dummy! Alright. Victory is mine. One more game. One more game. Alright, so now I'm going to do Ternetdenbar. That word sounds familiar. Is that from a Peter Seraphina So? Ternetdenbar. Oh, this is an interesting one. Ah, yes! Countdown. thought it sounded familiar. I knew it was something countdown related. I was hoping he'd hit that mine. Oh well. Holy hand grenade, nice. Alright, so need to find a good target. Oh, that's a perfect target. Now, just don't put the wrong amount of mustard on it, Ben. Yes! Yes! I did it! Yeah, Countdown actually exists. It's a real game show. It's a very kind of gentle, like, afternoon, tea time kind of game, which is one of the reasons why the concept of the Countdown Fight Club is so funny, because it's such a dull game. In fact, there's a comedy version called 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, which you can find on YouTube. If you just search for 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, there's like 80 episodes of it, and it's comedians playing Countdown, but it's a real game. See. I will, give me a minute. God, don't rush me. You can't rush art. There we go. There we boom! Yes, this is Worms, the Director's Cut, yeah. This was the Amiga version. There was never a PC version of the Director's Cut. This version only sold 5,000 copies, and is about to get a software update. Can you believe it? Andy Davidson, who's the guy who originally created Worms, and who coded the Amiga versions more or less himself, there are a couple of other people I think who worked on the code for the Amiga versions, is about to release an update, which is really cool. But earlier you missed, I demonstrated world premiere of a 21-year-old Easter egg that no one had ever heard of before. He's going to be posting it to the internet, I guess, or mailing out floppy disks to people. I mean, I think most of the people playing this version of Worms these days are playing it in an emulator. I'm in an emulator right now. I do have an actual Amiga that I can play it on, but it's easy to stream from the emulator. Oh! The PC version has the minigun bazooka bug. The Amiga version never had that bug. And I think I've won. I think I just won this one. There we go. Victory is mine. Alright. Thank you. That's it. I'm actually going to wrap the stream there. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to save my team stats. There we go. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a lot of fun. You know what? I don't think anyone really does know. Just a couple of interesting tidbits about Worms, the Director's Cut. Teams are stored individually. You can't remove a team within the game. You have to physically find their team file and delete it. There are custom landscapes. You can create your own terrains on this version. I'm going to get rid of some of them. Medieval can go. Golf can go. Oh, mine? Oh, it was mine. Hell can stay. Yeah, I'm just going to delete those. Yep, so those won't be appearing in the game again. You can create graffiti levels, custom terrains, and then this little app here called WordPress. This lets you create your own random terrains, your own maps, and your own mountains. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you so much for watching for the last hour and a half. This has been a lot of fun. I want to try and do more of these. I might try to do another one maybe tomorrow night. Late tomorrow night, probably, because I have other plans. But thanks very much for coming, and I will see you again. Take care, and be kind to each other, because it saves us a lot of hassle in the long run. Take care. Have a great night.